back to the reaction channel, and very recently, Kartel been released from prison, as a world boss been freed. But still, me when him did lock up, me was like 10. Cause me did live in Jamaica in 2011, so I him get locked up in 2011. So and then move to America in 2024, current year him get out. So but his brother seem like him know something we don't know, and him post Carter from King of Dancehall to life in prison, case explained. And me wanna know what him know. So we gotta watch this and see what really happened. And this should be interesting because everybody knows Cartel was locked up for murder. But we don't really know. So we don't really know if he did it or not. But let's see.
At the peak of his career, Adidja Azim Palmer, otherwise known as Vybz Kartel, was known as the king of dancehall. However, just as he was on the verge of an opportunity so big it would change his legacy forever, he was hit with the biggest surprise of his entire life and sentenced to life in prison. How did a random DJ from Portmore become arguably the most influential man in Jamaica?
Adi me daddy, free up world boss.
And more importantly, is he innocent or guilty of his crimes? Well, to answer these questions, we have to go all the way back to 2008, when Vybz Kartel would have the biggest beef of his entire career that got so big and caused so much violence in real life that the literal Jamaican government and prime minister had to step in and intervene. The feud that would be known as the Gully Gaza War was between Vybz Kartel and another artist that was rising.
Bro, remember them days remember them days when Gully and Gaza was something. Like when me there go school, crazy. Friend them walk up to me and say, yo, Javan, Gully or Gaza? I say, I've said the right words because you get your ass beat. Pause. But you get your ass kicked, bro, because you can't pick Gully over Gaza, If you're there on the Gully, you can't pick Gaza over Gully. You have to just pick the right side, you see me? And Cartel, bro, the man there run street. The man there run street. Everywhere we go, Cartel there play. On the bus, on the taxi, KFC, Burger King, like kids party, church. Bro, the man remix the church songs them and put Cartel in it, bro.
So quickly in the game, he had people wondering if he was about to take Vybz Kartel's position. This man's name was Mavado. Mavado started out in the background of the music industry, writing songs for other artists and taking other behind the scenes roles. But all of that would change when he decided to drop his first ever single in 2005, and it became an instant hit. Ever since then, every song that he has ever dropped had made him more and more popular, and the people took to him so much that he was being looked at as the new version of what Vybz Kartel was when he had just came on the scene. To make matters worse, Mavado was a protege of Bounty Killer and a very strong member of the Alliance, the same alliance that Kartel had fallen out with just a few years before. After leaving the Alliance, in the songs Kartel would drop, you could find lyrics where he would occasionally diss the members on the Sykes, but it was never anything too obvious. But eventually, these disses grew more and more, and it seemed as if Kartel had started targeting Mavado directly. Eventually, Mavado seemed to have had enough of the subliminal warfare, and as bright and brawling as he could possibly be, he released a 3-minute diss track aimed at Vybz Kartel titled New Name for Informer, Mr. Palmer. And so the audience had no mistake as to who he was talking about. In the song, he accused Kartel of being an informant for the police, along with a number of other very disrespectful things. And of course, in true Kartel fashion,
Yo, me tell you, say, this shit tear down Jamaica for about a week, a month, a year. Bro, this shit tear down Jamaica, bro. Shit tear down Jamaica. I swear to God. You couldn't even go to school. Nah, me a joke. But still, shit tear down Jamaica.
He wasted no time in responding with another song called Mafrado. The warfare of these two giants going at it, along with the fact that they each had superstars who were sworn enemies on their team, Bounty Killer with Mavado and Kartel with Beanie Man, the warfare got so big that it split the country into two factions. The Gully side represent.
But what me just tell you, bro? Like, yo, that brother here look like, so, yo, him know anything, but me I tell you, bro, it's different when you actually live it. Bro, the whole world, yeah, they have a pick, like, the whole of the country, not the whole world, the whole of the country, they have pick your side, bro. They have pick a side, bro. Like, Gully or Gaza, like, me I talk about everybody. Usually the light skins, them go to Gaza, a.k.a. me, and then the darker one then go Gully. You know what I say? But bro, you did have to pick your side, bro. You did have to pick your side. You really did. Cause it split up. Like everybody say, yo, yeah, I say Gully, we say Gaza, go on the other side. You know what I say? You just must. You just must, bro, I swear.
Movado's place of origin, Cassava Peace, which is located on the side of a gully in Kingston, and Gaza, which refers to Vybz Kartel's home community in Portmore. The war between Gully and Gaza got so intense in the music that, I kid you not, real violence in real life started to take place between the fans of each side. And you could see Gully and...
Yeah, them there fling beer bottle on one side to the next. When I say gunshot, knife pulling, machete pulling, chop up, stab up. Bro, one bag of stuff, bro. But yo, dog, I survived throughout all that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm there so with y'all, bro. But there was some crazy times. There was some shit my witness, bro. It's like some crazy shit my witness, bro.
And Gaza graffiti starting to pop up in random places, and people took their supposed affiliation to either side extremely seriously. It was to the point that several shootings started to take place, and even...
Yo, remember that something there, guy. Remember that the army suit, the classic army suit, the Kartel they wear. Bro, them one day soldier, you know, bro, I tell you.
Tourists were being attacked in certain places for playing Movado's music in Gaza territory.
Iconic, bro.
Police even investigated several schools where vendors could be seen selling explicit material supporting either side, showing gory and blood-ridden images to the children of either artist holding the severed head of the other artist and other disgusting depictions. The war between the sides of Gully and Gaza got so bad that the literal government had to decide that they were going to get involved, and in March 2007 an official press conference was
Lord, man, them too enough. The Bumbaclaw now come to our government to get involved. Man, Lord, man, them do them thing. Yo, that's the thing with Prime Minister in Jamaica, you know, them enough for the wrong fucking reason. Bro, the street them need fixing. People in a ghetto need jobs. But you worry about a fucking concert. Man, bitch, fuck you. That's how I never like. I never like that. I never like it. I never, since I was a little kid, I never like it. Bro, them worry about the wrong fucking things. All of them. The Vybz, the Prime Minister them, bro, them worry about the wrong fucking things.
Organized, with many police present, to have Vybz Kartel and Mavado publicly declare that their beef was over. Imagine one music beef will get so bad, so till the government have to step in bad, bro. So you know, say them man, they think different. Now this period of peace lasted for a while, but of course, I think we know damn well say that never did a go last. And shortly after, they were right back at it again, flinging diss track after diss track after diss track. The animosity was so high that naturally everybody in the dancehall community was expecting that this would be the...
Bro, when somebody throw you all along this track, when two people are throw all along this track, you know, it's a serious fight, that, bro. Serious war, that.
Main clash of that year's upcoming Sting. And of course, they were absolutely right. In one of the most iconic nights of dancehall history, Adidja Palmer could be seen walking onto the stage fully clad in camouflage uniform, while Mavado was seen dressed as a police officer. The two clashed back and forth for what seemed like an eternity, until it eventually ended when Mavado walked off the stage. This is what led the majority of the Gaza fans to say that Kartel won the clash. However, of course, the Mavado fans were not having it, as they believed that Mavado was the true winner of the clash. And just like that, we were right back where we started, with Gully versus Gaza blazing with tensions hotter than were ever seen before. With even more violence popping up in the streets yet again, it was to nobody's surprise that the government decided it was time to officially end this once and for all. And so on December 8, 2009, the Prime Minister himself, Bruce Golding, stepped...
Bumbleclot, you know, I'm not hear them name there. Bruce Golding. You know, I'm not hear them name there. Bro, Bruce. Boy, Bruce. We don't miss you at all, Bruce. Remember one time, say, yo. Remember one time when we was a kid, other kids, you know what I say? They'd say, yo, the notes part. Somebody say, yo, the notes part, Bruce live. And I go out there, go kill him. I swear to God, bro. Like, bro. Them man, we used to, yo, people used to hate him, you know, brother. When we say, we used to when he drop, nobody ever like him, bro, man, I tell you. People used to hate him, man.
In to intervene in this musical beef and summon Vybz Kartel and Mavado in the same room for a public broadcast, where many thought that there was a good chance they still didn't like each other. But of course, they did what they had to do for the camera. The government saw this beef as such a big issue that they implemented certain conditions to be followed just to ensure that the beef was sealed once and for all. And surprisingly, the two artists actually left all the previous controversy behind and surprisingly decided to move on with their lives. But did they really move on with their lives though? Or did they just become more preoccupied with more pressing matters? Because just a year...
I know. You see the two of them now, you didn't even know it. You didn't even know say how them was enemies back then. Nowadays, you see the two of them, you didn't even know say them were enemies back then, bro. Crazy.
Later, Mavado's son was charged and convicted of murder, which led to a long string of events that ultimately ended with Mavado leaving Jamaica. And Kartel?
Yeah.
Well, if him did think say Mavado did have fame legal situation bad, he had no idea what was about to come his direction and ruin his life as he knew it forever. After the massive popularity...
I'm still known. Right now, them let him out. And fucking Kartel flood, make all the Alpha 3 flood out. And him just reach. Him just come out like 2-3 days ago. And him, boy...
of the Gully Gaza war, Vybz Kartel was on such a legendary trajectory that he was now being seen as the new king of dancehall. He was dropping hit after hit after hit with songs like Ramping Shop debuting.
Like say my beat him girlfriend. Hit after hits after hits after hits. Like bro, yo.
On the American Billboard Hot 100. His song Clarks, which popularized the shoe brand to the point where most Jamaican students to this day still wear Clarks as part...
Bro, man, I tell you, bro. Him had the trademark for Clarks. Him had the, like, bro. Clarks, you hear me? Give the man him crown, bro. Because him had the reason why I'm popular. I know you make it now. You make the shoes, but them nobody else sell until this brother here say, yo, Clarks is the thing now. So, yo, give the man him flowers. I mean just flowers, flowers and the one who make dumpling. Give him everything, bro. Everything. Because the man make the man, you know, success without you even knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Of their daily uniform. Go-Go Club, which went on to take over...
Me personally didn't want a pair of Clarks, but my mother made me a pair of Clarks because she couldn't afford it. But shit, right now, I think I'm getting one, but I say, that kind of hard to put on. I don't really usually wear them, so it's like, you know. But I always want a pair of Clarks to go to school and couldn't afford it. Matter of fact, the first time I did see her Uggs when I come to America, the reason I wear it because you run with Clarks. Some really think they wear Clarks until I realize that they're not Clarks. And then I just toss them.
over the music industry 15 years later, the song Virginity, Benz Punani, You and Him There, and many other songs that would be considered solidified pieces of Jamaican culture that basically every Jamaican to some extent grew up hearing or being affected by in some way. Vybz.
Brother, right now, me hear a Jamaican song. Me hear one of old Kartel song. My mind is gone to like back in now which one me used to come from. Like, me hear one of them remember school days on the street to Sai and Nick and Fox them, and you know what I say, remember like just a play ball, and remember I got KFC and I hear the song, remember I got the on taxi, I hear the song them. Like my mind just go in them place there because I'm kinda homesick, me not gonna lie. Like bro, I love them times and I miss them times to my core. I just sad say yo, it not gonna be like that cause you know time pass. You not get the same time them again as you did. So that's why I've cherished them when them up. Because yo, you're gonna miss them one day, you can't get them back on.
Kartel became so big that when he started bleaching his skin, starting to change from what the fans know as Black Kartel, which is pre-bleaching, to White Kartel, he was so big that when he started bleaching, thousands and thousands of his fans started bleaching as well, just to follow in his example. This man even released his own brand of cake soap just for people bleach.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads as part of the all-new Beehive ad network.
remember one time, bro, when I was a little youth, little scout, you know, I never want to bleach. Because I say, yo, some people make them look ugly. Some people work fine, but some people make them look ugly, see? And, brother, my mother, like, me have to go take a bath, right? And, like, there was no Dove, there was no body wash, there was no Irish Spring, there was no Axe body wash, nothing. Just, all there was a small piece of crack up cake soap. This right is a cake soap, right? I'm afraid as fuck for being because I think somebody ever turn a white man. But I really did think me I turn on a white man. And mother say, oh Javan, stop being a fucking bitch. Just be with the soap. She'll get Dove tomorrow. I just say, alright. I want to be with it. But I was like, bro, it make me look so smooth, bro. Matter of fact, I probably go get some after this. After that video, I probably go find a way to go get some. But yo, bro, cake soap. You know what I'm saying? It really does work on skin, not just to bleach it, but to make it smooth. Like, even though you kind of use it for wash your white clothes still. Like, this was known for wash white clothes. Curry stain, white shorts, white shirt, white pants, white, anything white, even shoes. It clear the stain them. Like, clear the stain them. Shoelaces, white shoelaces.
Literally sell out like wildfire. Now, of course, the mainstream Jamaican media saw this almost Michael Jackson-like level of Jamaican popularity and decided that they needed to cash in. This was when Kartel was offered one of the biggest opportunities of his life, when he was offered his very own reality TV show called Teacher's Pet, where he would live in a house with 20 hot sexy girls as they would all try to compete for his affection. Only God knows how big this show would have gotten, as many years later we would see other people like Blueface use this format to make millions of dollars. However, like I said, only God knows, because unfortunately for Vybz Kartel, on September 29, 2011, he was arrested by the local authorities for possession of cannabis. And just 5 days later, the network that was going to broadcast the show would announce that the show had been cancelled. Now, of course, this was very sad for Kartel, but if he knew what was about to come after this, he would have been begging God to let the loss of his show be the worst thing that came out of this event, because everything was about to get so much worse for Adidja Palmer than he, his fans, or even the entire country of Jamaica could have ever imagined. About a week after the arrest of Vybz Kartel, on October 3, 2011, the police, seemingly out of nowhere, upgraded Kartel's charges from possession of weed all the way up to murder. This was because he was being accused of allegedly ending the life of a music producer from Portmore who went by the name of Barrington Burton. As Kartel awaited trial for the...
What name again? I know, spider. A lizard. Yeah. We hear about that, like, yo, them kill him. I don't really know why. I never really understand why at the time. Because I'm still young. And, like, summertime 2011. Then time me have fun, but them kill him, yeah, and, you know, they must say guilty, not guilty. They must say, yo, they don't know if him they actually do it, but well, let's see.
These charges, he released a book called The Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto, telling his fans that Babylon can incarcerate the messenger, but not the message. Fans held on to the hope that he may be innocent, but that became even harder when not long after, the government came right back around and hit him with another charge for the second-degree murder of Clive Lizard Williams. Kartel continued with the narrative that he was innocent and simply being set up by the Jamaican government because he was just too influential in the country and they were threatened by him. This kept fans active, begging for his release, and it only added to their fire when the Barrington Burton case verdict was reached and Kartel was deemed not guilty. Now this was a solid victory for Kartel. But boy, was it far from what he needed to fix the situation as a whole, because the case with Lizard was looking a lot more complicated. You see, the reason the jury had Kartel as the man who killed Lizard...
And the funny thing is, even if them say, yo, he never do it, bro, there's a whole voice recording, and them record video-wise, like them record the murder, so I don't understand why the fuck they must say, yo, he never do it, but...
Lizard wasn't just based off some loose speculation or some association to a similar gang. What connected Addy so close to the murder was when they initially arrested him just for the weed, they were able to seize his cell phone, and on this cell phone, they were surprised to find mountains able to seize his cell phone, and on this cell phone they were surprised to find mountains and mountains of evidence to suggest that he was responsible for other crimes. And as the police discovered a series of crazily incriminating text messages and voice notes, it gave them strong reason to believe that he was involved. In fact, the most famous text out of this exchange that was even broadcasted to TVJ was, "Between me and you, a chop will chop up the lizard boy fine and dash him way. As long as we're alive, them can never find him." Now, of course, if you see something as specific and instead, them can chop will chop.
Between me and you, a chop will chop up the lizard boy fine and dash him way. Between me and you, a chop will chop up the boy lizard fine and dash him when as long as we are alive, them can never find him. Bumbo.
Up the lizard.
Me used to them use a pickaxe for this. When I was a kid, me used to say, yo, them use a pickaxe. And even as a kid, it never really scare me. Because I never really give a fuck. But it's like, them chop him up with a pickaxe, I think. Pickaxe. And then bury him. But I see worse. I see worse than this. Like, bro, like literally, I'm not get into the whole story time, but my cousin, younger youth, like when I like 12, 11, like suffer the same fate. You know what I say? Not gonna say Kartel do it, but I say him suffer the same fate as this, where him do to Lizard. You know what I say? So, and I'm only 12, 11. So, bro, I say like, it's like was desensitized from it a little bit. You know what I say? Cause I see enough more murders currently of my own people, and like it hit, but like I don't really sit on there and sob over it too much because it always happen, you know.
Boy, fine and dash him way. As long as we're alive, them can never find him. Now, of course, if you see something as specific and insane as this on somebody's phone, you aga think say them did have something to do with it. At least. However, during the trial, his lawyer and his team fought tooth and nail to say that the text messages were altered after the fact and therefore should not be admissible in court.
She also said the electronic file lifted from Kartel's phone was modified 3 hours after the device was seized by a top police investigator.
However, in the end, it didn't even end up mattering because once they heard the voice notes on Kartel's phone, it was basically over for him and there was no coming back.
You got a text message, alright, them out there, but there's something that the voice note, and there was no AI back then. There was no AIs back then for manipulate what him say. So like, bro, the voice note alone, him basically confess and give it, like, him basically snitch on himself. And it's like, bro, you have to be more smart than that. Why the fuck would you take a phone in that situation? If you're dashing way, now say yo, I can't do it. But if you're dashing way, bro, leave it alone. You try broadcast badness. And it's like, are you try to save it? For say, oh, I bad, you bad, bro. When you do them thing, you have to load them thing after. If you keep it up, and act like say you do it, bro, you get catch. You know, say, you're going to get catch eventually. If not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Bro, eventually you get catch. When you do them thing, you have to leave it alone. You know what I say? Bury it. Deep in the darkness. You know what I say? And just forget it. Act like say it never happened. That's what you do for them thing they would. Now again, condone murder. You know what I say? What John know.
Back. This was his voice in 4K talking, and there was nothing anybody could say to deny it. AI DVD did exist them time. Now, before I play what Kartel said, just know say shoes I want code name will refer to guns, and lace is a code name will refer to bullets. Cool. Now, before I play what Kartel said, just know say shoes I want code name will refer to guns, and lace is a code name will refer to bullets. Cool. In the first voice note, Kartel can be heard saying that Lizard had lost 2 of his shoes, and if him never get them back by 8 o'clock, something very, very bad was going to go down.
They don't know it's a blood clot Lizard and we. I will call my phone today and tell me, say, them can't find the 2 blood clot new shoes them when me give them, dog. Say them lock them in our house.
Yeah, I know about this part.
Side of all feet where I build up, dog, in a blood clot house, I like 2 shoes and can't find my bum buckler shoes, Virgin. And I come tell me, fuck your mates, dog. I just tell them, say, make sure I get my shoes by 8 o'clock in a bad man. Bad people, them I tell me, say, they can't find 2 of my shoes in a dog. I kill one of them, you know, I give them till 8 o'clock to get one bum buckler shoes. As a dead blood clot, man. That, you know.
The voice notes were being sent as part of a conversation between Kartel and one of his associates, Problem Child. And this is what Problem Child had to say in response to Kartel's frustration.
I want to tell you, man, them do it already, you know. They make them get no more chance to do that again, you know. They tell you straight, you know. I bust any time after 8, and a man again a good talk on it, then bust off a man head, and here we go do. You got bust off a man that live down there, and one of the strange man down there. 2 man that you got bust off one time. You can't afford for so much things that get missed, madam. A joke thing.
The situation appeared to be that since Lizard had misplaced 2 of the guns, Kartel and Problem Child had suspected him of having sold them to an external party.
And the woman can tell her instantly, say, the boy will go country ready here, move the shoes for sell them, move the shoes them for sell them, you know, dog.
And in order to maintain their street cred, they could never just sit back and allow something like this to slide.
My Dan, don't let them get too comfortable now there.
And that's the thing too, like, them say you can't make it slide. Because of pride, you know. Because of pride don't make shit like this happen. Bro, if you just say, oh, fuck it, and sell the gun them, or the shoes them, man say, oh, you could just leave it alone, dog. You never have to go kill him for that. You have your own gun, you can't get another one. To protect yourself, don't give it again. But bro, you go kill a man for this bullshit, yeah, bro. They might tell you at the code of the streets still, but bro, come on, bro. Like, Come on, bro. No, you lost 13 years of your life where you never have to lose.
I know. That can reach him back in the night or a morning. At for the back on the end, just a man forget to wet up. Not forget too comfortable because them go like them one style blood clot man thing. Why don't them boy enough to sleep all in them beds 9 hours a night and them supposed to pray a bag of thing them for up. Not sleep for no man until the thing them forward, madam.
The exchange continues until Kartel says this and then goes off the grid for a while.
Real thing, bad man. I'm a real bomb buckler thing, that big woman thing. Yeah, I hear about it, man.
After this, some time passes and Problem Child links Kartel for an update on the situation.
My dad, what the program? Don't hear from yesterday, and some of them are praying and wonder what I go.
The Problem Child sound like in talk just like my cousin. Like, see, yo, brother, my cousin, yo, shout out to Banka, you know, shout out to Banka, but yo, like, if me ever like wanna do something or one boy diss me, I see him with Banka say, yo, brother, I don't to them bumble, yo, dog, go link him up, dog. You know what I say? Banka, that guy, bro, Banka, that guy. Well, for me, I'm that guy.
Same thing as the rest of man, the boy, him take the thing them dog, but the boy mama up the dog. Dash me, I make the man them dash away down there.
No, just to confirm, Lizard's mother did not actually end up being dashed away and actually ended up becoming one of Kartel's lifelong enemies, begging and pleading for his death in exchange for what happened to her son.
Me picnic never do him nothing. Me picnic never do him nothing. Me say, him a go dead and cancer go kill him in there. Him a go tan there.
But back to the story. The two
Look at Shell get a wish. And them say Karma is a bitch, you know. Because 13 years it take him to get him wish, you know. To get a wish, you know. Because yo, him a go dead. Him a go dead. Me not even wish upon him. Me not wish upon him. Nah wish say him a go dead. You know what I'm saying? Me not pray upon him downfall. But bro, the way him look, man look sick out, brother. Him a go pass soon. You know what I say? So yo, Karma is a bitch, bro.
Continue exchanging words and frustrations about not being able to find the misplaced shoes until Kartel says to Problem Child,
yeah, govern things, man. You don't have to say nothing, man. Just listen.
And then radio silence. A few days later, Problem Child hits up Kartel while he's in the middle of getting a new tattoo and asks him about some very interesting news that he had just come across.
I have a Problem Child. Me there I put on a tattoo star. How you just see tattoo? Yeah, a bride of Chucky, man.
I hear the Lizard and the new boy, and him Browns. Two of them here to get dashed away, you see me? Be a man a call me and ask me if me here, you know. You see me? And a nigga from Night Town just called me a while ago and say, 2 man get dashed away for the end. So me I said to him, say, me I behave like me don't know who him attack, you see me?
Yo, tell me exactly where you hear, bad man. Come on, where I go on. So who them say dash them way?
Out of the blues, me just hear the man and say, yo, dash a Lizard in me. I say, blood clot. But me I say to myself, Lizard get dash, I'm not hear from you.
On top of this, there were also messages from Lizard himself to his girlfriend, who was begging her to call the police because he feared that Kartel was about to kill him, and she said that he sounded like he was having a breakdown in fear of his life. And perhaps the most damning of all was the video footage that was leaked of Kartel.
I love doing mortgages and getting people into houses.
It's crazy to think
And his associates preparing for what they were going to do to Lizard once he stepped into the house.
Bro, why record it? Me not understand what you expect I gonna happen when you record it. Bro, why record this shit? Raw footage of Vybz Kartel plot to kill Lizard must watch. Bro, why record it, bro?
The house.
This can kill him, but you have to swing it right and make it catch me.
Oh yeah, see them with the pickaxe.
Yeah. No, you must say no. Okay, I see you now, boy.
Yo, yeah, me I say. I want to hold him down. I'm going to cut that throat.
Yeah.
Now, with everything we just saw, I'm not gonna lie, even from a completely unbiased perspective, I have to say this is insane. Even hardcore.
Show you how evil people can be, you know. And them still love this man. After all that, they still love him. After all the evidence, all the messages, you know what I say, all the voice notes, the recording of him. I say, yo, this can kill him, yo, use this to kill him. No, this will kill him, no. Like, bro, you know crazy as son, dog. And them still love him. That show you how fucked up the world is, bro. That show you how fucked up the world is.
Poor Gaza fans had their opinions changed by watching this. And I guess the jury did too.
Wait, what am I saying? I am one of the biggest Gaza fan. I support Vybz Kartel. He's a big artist. I doubt the murder at first, but after seeing this, yes.
Because after all of the evidence
Wait, what am I saying?
changed by watching.
The fact that Kartel can tell Jamaican people he's innocent just goes to show how much he respects their intelligence. How much he respects their intelligence? What?
This. And I guess the jury did too, because after all of the evidence that came to light and hearing Kartel talk about threatening to kill Lizard, why he was going to do it, the video footage, the text messages of Lizard to his girlfriend, and everything that came up about how Lizard's body was allegedly discarded afterwards, the jury decided to rule guilty. And on the 4th of April 2014, after the longest recorded trial in Jamaica's entire history, the king of dancehall himself, Adidja Palmer, was sentenced to life in prison. But of course, regardless of him being found guilty in court, in people's minds, that had nothing to do with the music. Many people naively thought that this would be the end of Kartel's career. But of course, being arguably the most influential man in Jamaica at the time, there was no way those prison guards were not bumping his music behind closed doors. I mean, everybody loved Vybz Kartel. And so it was no surprise that new music was still regularly being uploaded, and is to this day still regularly being uploaded to his YouTube channel. I mean, that just goes to show you there is really levels to this thing. And if you want to hear the full story of how Vybz Kartel got to that level in the first place, watch the part 1 of this video on your screen right now that shows the entire life story of Vybz Kartel and how he became